Sir, the biggest challenge in facing a quarterback like a Jalen Milroe is?
Just how explosive he is, and he's like a dynamic athlete, but he's also a good quarterback too, like throwing the ball. You know, he throws a real good deep ball, and then like with his feet, you know, he's really explosive.
You've got 3 games under your belt this year after you were working your way back from that leg injury. Just how are you feeling physically? Or do you feel like you're back to where you were pre-injury?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, I'm getting better and better every week. You know, health-wise and like gameplay-wise. So I'm feeling good.
Smael, I want to ask you about the team mindset you guys had a week to cheer on the Kentucky game. I guess you're starting Alabama prep. Where would you say this team's at right now?
With the Kentucky game, we kind of put that to bed early. You know, Monday, you know, went to the doctor. You know, looked at what we could have got better at. Looked at what we did good. You know, could have did better. And then the week was really more so just about like self-scouting, like getting better ourselves, like seeing what we need to work on, what we did good, what we did bad throughout the first 3 games of the season, and just going from there.
Smael, you were asked about Milroe before. I noticed on some plays last year against him, you were spying, but sometimes he would be able to just throw it over. Like, is he the kind of quarterback where it's kind of like a pick your poison kind of thing, where you might do one thing and he can make up for it?
What do you mean when you say pick your poison type thing?
Well, you can spy him, but then he can run around or throw it over the top. If you pressure him, he can scramble. But sometimes you can get him on the ground like y'all did sometimes last year.
Yeah. I mean, when you're playing like a dynamic athlete at quarterback like that, that's just one of the things that comes with it. You know, just got to be disciplined in what we do and then stick to the game plan.
Yeah, how much did last year's loss to Alabama sort of linger with you personally after that game and even throughout the offseason?
You know, it lingered a lot, you know, personally, just because that's not really, it kind of like stopped us from getting to where we wanted to go, you know, with our goals for last season. So it lingered a lot with me, and I know with a lot of other guys.
Yeah, just to ask about Milroe one more time, how difficult is it as a guy in your position to know when to come up and make a tackle, when to hang back, and kind of defend against the pass? What goes into those decisions on a play-by-play basis?
Really the play call, what we're doing on defense. Like sometimes, you know, it's our job to go do that. Sometimes you got to sit back and kind of spy them. So really just the play call, knowing what the D-line's doing and just being able to execute.
Well, just based on your timeline here, your history with Alabama along with Georgia's is pretty intense. I just wonder, you know, in terms of rivalries and that kind of stuff. I mean, what are your feelings emotionally about facing Alabama, and does that feel like like a Mount Everest you guys are trying to scale to get over that mountain?
I mean, you say get over the mountain. I wouldn't say it's like getting over a mountain because, you know, we done did that before. But it's fun, really. Like, it's the kind of games like you like dream about playing as a kid. You know, a big game like this. You know, they're a real talented team. We're real talented, so it's gonna be like exciting. So it's more so like an excitement feeling for me personally, more so than like trying to like scale a mountain.
Smael, I guess Nick Saban's probably Alabama coach for most of your life, and you grew up kind of watching college football with him there. What's it going to be like to play a Bama team with a different guy coaching them?
I mean, it's still Alabama, you know. Still going to go out there and play Bama. I don't really know how to answer that question, honestly, but I feel like nothing really changes much for me.
Smael, you've obviously been a part of a lot of big wins and close wins like Kentucky. What does a close road win do for a team in the locker room? I guess you guys have different personality. Every year coach does.
I feel like you learn more about your team in like a close game versus like when you blow a team out. Because, you know, when we played at Kentucky, it showed us like a lot of what we got to work on to get where we want to go in the season. So really, if you go about it the right way, like close wins are good for the team, I feel like, because it gives you more to go off of.
Yes, Smael, you've obviously been asked about defending Jalen Milroe, but how are y'all going about preparing for him? Is there anybody on the roster that might provide that level of athleticism at the quarterback position? How are y'all getting a look at it in practice, essentially?
Look at it in practice. You know, with him being able to run and throw the ball, you know, tackling the quarterback is going to be big. So some of the scout team quarterbacks throwing on a red jersey and, you know, letting us stud them up, that's going to be big. Just a lot of different things, honestly. But I'm excited for it.
Smael over here. I'm just curious if you're glad to be facing an Alabama team that's not coached by Nick Saban. Are you glad he's gone?
I really don't feel like any type of way personally about it. You know, to me, it's still Alabama. They're still like a real talented team. Got a lot of athletes on their roster. You know, they're still big, strong, and physical. So whether Nick Saban's there or not, they're still a good football team.
Smael, what have you seen from Raylan through 3 games this year?
Raylan's grown a lot, you know, from this year. From last year to this year, you know. But seeing the way like Raylan works, though, ever since he came in, like that's something like I kind of knew was gonna happen. So like I expect like big things from Raylan, like going on in the future. Just like how he works and attacks to like preparation, really. Like him and CJ both, they do like a real good job, like how they prepare, like especially for how young they are.
Brother, from a leadership perspective, what impact did that losing in that SEC championship game a year ago have on you as a better leader of this team, your approach kind of the process, not just from game to game, but from that point to where you're at now?
I feel like a loss like that, it kind of like fueled a lot of guys throughout the offseason, you know. Kind of gave a lot of guys something to like work towards. Not necessarily like a rematch versus Bama, but just like the like ultimate goal of where we're trying to get at the end of the season. But you know, you still got to take it like week by week though. Like be real like process oriented and like enjoy the process. To like when you get there, you get what I'm trying to say? Yeah, like enjoy the process. Yeah, like just focus, be where your feet are really. Because if you look too far ahead, like you might trip.
Smael, when you're getting recruited by Georgia, is kind of the pitch was to come play in these magnitudes, like games this big? Is that part of the pitch?
Yeah, definitely. Like when I was coming up, I know Georgia had they had a lot of big games during my recruitment. Like the Notre Dame game was one of them, and just seeing like the atmosphere, like it's something like you dream about playing in. So, like I knew when I was coming to Georgia as a recruit, like I was gonna be able to have the opportunity to play in games like this.
I was going to ask you about the whole game day thing, and I know sometimes in the hotel room you guys have time to catch that or not. Does it add a little something? I mean, I know you've been through a lot of these by now, but does it add a little element to it, a little bit of fun?
Nah, I mean not with me personally. You know, I don't really like pay too much mind to it really. I kind of just like focus on like the game itself.
Any more questions for Smael? All right, Smael, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Smael.
Thank you.